what inspired you to become a counselor and to start writing the blog?
So I decided to become a counselor, unfortunately, because my mother died of an overdose. And that was kind of the pivotal moment for me to really learn more about why. The question for me was why? And that's been my question my whole life. Why this over me? Why that over me? Why choose this life? And so that kind of, once she passed away, I was left with so much like, why did this happen? And my curious mind wanted to know why. And so then I decided to go to school. I decided to get certified and also get my degree to find out why. And it really was that simple. I just wanted to know why. Then my husband is the one that actually encouraged me to do the blog because the why is still there. Not necessarily for my parents, but now for my clients, right? It's figuring out the why, because I feel like if I as a clinician understand the why, then we can work from there. Most of us know that most substance abuse is preceded by trauma, right? And a lot of times people aren't even aware of the trauma. I'm sure you weren't and I weren't aware that the things we were going through were traumatic, right? I talk about the SWAT team coming in. What word is that? We don't know that word is trauma, but I want to know why. And I want to be able to help them figure out the why. So then we can get to the root of the problem. Society says, well, you're just using drugs. Just stop. And if it was that easy, we wouldn't have a job.
It rained just a couple days prior, and I was looking at my lawn. Dogs were playing in the back. We had put up these solar-powered lights. They're like little light bulbs, and it was late in the evening, and so they clicked on. And when they clicked on, it caught my attention. I looked up, and in the light bulb was a little bit of water, and my mouth just started watering because that's how I used to smoke meth, was out of a light bulb or a glass pipe. And my mouth was just watering, and I felt shame. I felt guilt. I got this house. I got a beautiful wife, all these dog babies, great job. And like, why? Like, I almost felt like ungrateful. And then my counselor brain took over and it's like, well, you've conditioned your brain to this response through the reward system. It is just simply a trigger. It's now at this point, and it's an unnatural response, but because of the way I've geared my brain over those 10 years, that's why my cravings is responding in that way. And again, learning about the disease model, it changed the way that I looked at my parents with a little bit more of
Yeah.
understanding, a little bit more empathy.